ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into another edition of Key Time Sports NBA remaining season edition. The team that I'm about to talk about is the Denver Nuggets. Now, the Denver Nuggets 2 years ago, they won the championship. Last year, lost in the second round to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now they are at this point where they are currently at the fourth spot in the West at 39 at 31 and 19. We know that they are led by Nikola excuse me. We know that they are led by the Joker Nikola Jokic. He is Mr. Triple Double, as I like to call him, because he's been averaging a triple double over the last 3 seasons. Now I see there are quite a few problems when it comes to the Denver Nuggets. Now that I see when I see bench production, their bench production is basically in the bottom half of the NBA. Also, when it comes to free throws, pretty much they are the middle of the pack in the NBA. And as far as fourth quarter efficiency, they are pretty much pretty much average at fourth quarter efficiency. Now we all know how Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, they mesh together. I call Jamal Murray for a reason the flamethrower, because that guy can get hot at any second of any game. Do we really need to go back to the type of playoff stretch that he had, not last year but the year before last? And then when you look at their bench, I'm gonna go down a list and tell you who is all on the Denver Nuggets, because they have a lot of turnover from their championship team till now. First off, Troy Alexander, Christian Braun, he is still there from their championship team. Vako Kankar, Aaron Gordon, PJ Hall, Darren Holmes II, Nikola Jokic, Spencer Jones, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Murray, Zeke Naji, Jalen Pickett, Michael Porter Jr., Dario Saric, Julian Swather, Hunter Tyson, Peyton Watson, and Russell Westbrook. And I like that Russell Westbrook is in a place now where he is happy. I did not like what they were saying about him and what the media narrative was when he was with the Lakers, saying that he blew some games. But now he is in the right spot. He can take over that second unit, and Russell Westbrook throughout the season, I'm gonna pull up his stats right now so everybody can see him. Russell Westbrook's stats, he's scoring 13 points a game. I know that his statistics have took a step back this year, but he doesn't need to be ball dominant like he was at the start of his career and during that time where he was in Houston with all of these other teams. Now he's with a team in the Denver Nuggets where Jamal Murray is ball dominant. Nikola Jokic, even though he's a center, he is ball dominant. Michael Porter Jr., MPJ, we know that he can get hot from anywhere on the court in any game, whether it's a playoff game or a regular season game. I am not concerned when it comes to Nikola Jokic, because he's averaging a triple double. I mean, when you see, that's why I call him Mr. Triple Double for a reason, because he's averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. Mr. Triple Double. That's what I call him. Jamal Murray. Look at his statistics throughout the season: 20, 4, and 6 as far as points, rebounds, and assists. You see Michael Porter Jr., 18 points. He's pretty much a bench player when he comes off the bench. Christian Braun, he has been a bench player ever since the Denver Nuggets have drafted him. He gives this team valuable minutes, and I believe coming down the stretch in the playoffs, fighting for a playoff spot, that's where Christian Braun over the last couple of years has been valuable. Now, Russell Westbrook, I just said a few seconds ago, Russell Westbrook, he had his statistics have took a hit, but those 13 points that he has right now are going to be valuable in this playoff run. And everybody, and also Aaron Gordon, he is another guy that can give valuable minutes. He is averaging 12.6 points per game. Now, when I see the Denver Nuggets, I don't know if anybody has ever heard the term a sleeper team, but the Denver Nuggets, they are a sleeper team when it comes to where they stand where they are in the standings. See, they sitting right there in that fourth spot. Not too many people are expecting them to go very far in the playoffs. But like I said, just 2 years ago, not too many people was expecting the Denver Nuggets to go very far in the playoffs when they won the championship. So when we look at the Denver Nuggets, we see that they have deficiencies and kryptonites coming off the bench. But when it comes to a 7-game series and this team has a championship head coach in Mike Malone and this team has championship experience, is anybody going to bet against that? I mean, I wouldn't bet against that. I mean, because the teams that are ahead of the Denver Nuggets, none of them have championship experience. I mean, OKC, yeah, we know that they've been there for the last 3 years. One of the top 3 or 4 final teams in the West. Memphis, we know that they are always in the thick of things. Houston, they've been building over the last 3 years. Then you have the Denver Nuggets, who's been there and done that, won a championship 2 years ago. The Lakers, been there and done that. They won a championship 5 years ago. And then it's like everybody else in the West, you have the Clippers, who's never made it past the conference finals. You got Minnesota, who hasn't won a championship. You got the Dallas Mavericks, who just made it to the NBA Finals last season, but they traded away their cornerstone piece in Luka Doncic. Now they have to start from scratch. And I believe that the Dallas Mavericks general manager, he will get fired. Because if Mark Cuban had any kind of say in this, he would have not let Luka Doncic walk. Okay, Sacramento Kings haven't done anything in 22 years. Haven't won a playoff series in 22 years. The Phoenix Suns, another team that has been in the thick of things, made it to the finals 4 years ago, lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I still don't know about them. The level of trepidation that I have when it comes to most of these teams in the West, the Phoenix Suns, the Memphis Grizzlies, but most of these teams, the Minnesota Timberwolves, most of these teams are all talk, but they haven't done anything in the past five years to give me confidence that they can basically contend for a championship. I mean, you win a first or second round series here or there. I mean, what is that? What is that to me? I mean, you still lost. You still ain't win the championship. You still ain't win the championship. And Phoenix Suns, like I said, I've always emphasized their bench. If they have a chance, I'm hearing speculations that the Phoenix Suns, they might have a chance at getting Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. if they have a chance at getting Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat, they need to take it. Because if the season ended today, the teams that we had at the top of the West and the top of the East, Phoenix was one of those teams that was supposed to be one of the top 6 teams in the West. But as of right now, if the season ended today, they would be in the play-in tournament. So when we look at the Denver Nuggets, that's one team that's one team that you should look out for. Everybody else, including those other teams that are in the top 6, I don't see nothing from the Los Angeles Clippers. I am a Lakers fan, so maybe the Lakers can make some noise with the Luka Doncic trade. The Houston Rockets, this is a time where they can gain experience. The Memphis Grizzlies, I don't see them going very far. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, they will have home court advantage. So everybody in the West will have to come to them in the Western Conference playoff bracket. And do I think that somebody can beat Oklahoma City in a 7-game series led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren? I don't think so. But like I said, a lot can change between now, today, which is February 4th, and to the last day of the regular season, which is April 11th. So with that, that is my remaining season outlook for not Houston Rockets, for the Denver Nuggets. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified of all of my reaction videos, shows, and other content. Please like and follow Key City Sports on Instagram. We are now on Instagram. And remember, one last thing, the key is always on time.